Hello, welcome to this teacher model video. In this video, I'm going to show you how I would answer the exit ticket question that you all wrote for lesson 10 on Uncle Tom's Cabin, Harriet Beecher Stowe. So first thing I'm going to do, look at the question. So it's asking me, using specific text evidence, so I know I need a quote, describe how the book Uncle Tom's Cabin by Harriet Beecher Stowe helped the abolitionist movement reach their goal of ending slavery. What was the impact of the book on this country? Okay, so looking at the question, putting in my own words. First, I know I'm going to be describing how the book Uncle Tom's Cabin helped the abolitionists reach their goal. So how did Uncle Tom's Cabin help them reach their goal? Well, it helped change people's minds about slavery. I kind of know that to myself based on what I saw. And what was the impact of the book? Well, it really made more people in the United States abolitionists. So that's how I'm going to start answering. Saying, the book Uncle Tom's Cabin by Harriet Beecher Stowe helped the abolitionists reach their goal of ending slavery by convincing lots of people to be against it when they might have not cared before. Then I'm going to give some context to a quote, so I need some text evidence. So I'm going to go to the lesson for today. I'm going to open up the texts, and I'm going to look for a quote. So, okay, I could look at this secondary source. But I kind of like the text that's a direct quote from the book. So this middle one, excerpt 1. So let's see. I know that this is really appealing to the reader's emotions. And so I'm going to be looking for how did it show people's emotions? So reading through here, the writer was only given a faint shadow of a dim picture of the anguish and despair that at this very moment riving thousands of hearts, shattering thousands of families, and driving a helpless and sensitive race to frenzy and despair. There are those still living who know that the mothers whom this accursed traffic has driven to the murder of their children, and themselves seeking in a death a shelter for whose woes are sadness more dreaded and feared than death. And say mothers of America, is this a thing to be defended, sympathized, or passed over with silence? Do you say that the people of the free states have nothing to do with it and can do nothing? So I think that's a pretty good quote. That really shows that she's kind of getting to the emotional part of slavery to me. So I'm going to use this quote right here. So I'm going to say this is my text evidence. So copy and paste that, Control C. I'm going to go back. I'm going to introduce my quote. Stowe used emotions to convince people of slavery, of slaves' humanity, and the suffering they faced. In her book, Uncle, put in quotes, Uncle Tom's Cabin, Stowe writes, and then Control V, paste. Cool, there's my text evidence. I have my assertion, my context, my evidence. But now I need to interpret the evidence. What does this show to me? This quote shows how Stowe appealed to the emotions and feelings of mothers and how the suffering of slavery was wrong. Now I've got to connect it back to my assertion. How did this help them end slavery? This emotional appeal, too many P's, helped the abolitionists reach their goal because when more people were convinced slavery was wrong, they would be against it and work to end slavery, reaching the goals of abolition. Boom. All right, so I know it was a little long, but here is my completed exit ticket. It's one whole paragraph with all the parts. This is what you're going to do on your own. So make sure you take these steps, have an assertion right here. You have context right here. You have text evidence right here. And you have interpretation right there. Make sure to rewatch this video if you want more help.